Today's topic is material master. Like, so this is the basic master data related to your products. That means, so without creating product, you cannot able to sell it. That is the basic thing in sales order. So what are all the important tabs which we required? How we are going to create material master, that we are going to see. Being an SD consultant, you'll have an idea about how to create the master data. So the transaction is MM01 is for create, MM02 is for a change, MM03 is for display the material master. So while creating this master data setup, it might throw some errors. Let's try to face it, and what are all the different fields and attributes related to material master, we'll try to discuss on SAP system. Let's go to the SAP screen. If you come here, so if you go to logistics, if you go to material management, okay, let's try to check material master. This is the section in easy access. So system is a bit slow. So if you go to the material, so create general. If any special you would like to use this transaction, so we don't get into all those things. So MM01 for material creation, MM02 is for change, and MM03 is for display. We have different transactions. Be consultant, they required all these transactions. So like, if you'd like to create specifically service material or packing material, valuated or non-valuated, so directly if you'd like to create it, you can able to choose this transaction. Now let's try to create material general MM01. You click this path, you'll go here. Otherwise, you'll click MM01. You'll reach to same transaction. Here material will be again like, at MM side, it might be internal number range or external number range. It all depends on that. Let's choose the industry sector. Okay. So on which sector you'd like to create a material. Okay. So maybe you can choose food and related products, or else if it is retail product, if it is already packed, you can able to choose it retail. And let's choose the material type. Okay. So let me try to show you. So trading goods, for selling we are using trading goods. Let's go back to the Excel. How this is the type represents trading goods. In the similar way, there is something called FERT. It is for finished goods. Okay. There is another material type is called service material. So let's try to understand this. So ROW, ROH or something is there. I will show you raw materials. So basically, like if any raw material is there, for example, you have for making your chocolate, you required milk and choco powder, and you required water. You may be other essences, and dry fruits, like that. You're mixing all together, and you're just trying to manufacture one chocolate, right? So initially at raw level, these are available like, raw materials. So I'm using the material type, what kind of material it is. It is terminology. So you're going to choose according to that. So your material will be created. Material type will have certain definition, like how this material should behave, that is related. So let's try to understand this. So the all these are the raw material. For example, you have mixed all these things. Okay. So like you got a product, chocolate, but it's a finished good. again. Okay, so once it is finished good, you will choose this one, fert, any material if you'd like to use it. This material you packed and you fixed the price and you would like to sell it like in a certain brand. Okay, like a chocobar G1. You have created a name and price and everything, then you will call it as a trading good. So let's take an example. If you are running a retail business, so then you will choose it as a trading goods. That means you will sell chocolates, you will sell pens, you will sell books, you will sell clothes, you will sell everything. Like you are like middle person buying from different companies and you are selling to the end customers. Such cases you are using trading goods. Most of the times, all sales goods are the trading goods. So in the similar way, you have a service material. So service material is nothing but you have done 10 hours of service to your customer under warranty, with warranty, without warranty, guarantee. All these are something different. So 10 hours you worked for your customer. So service material, what it shows, it doesn't have any delivery. It is intangible in nature. Intangible in the sense you cannot touch. You have given service. In a hotel, any person is coming and he's serving you, like he's providing the service. Any insurance person is coming and selling his product, it is a service product. You need not do any delivery. Delivery means like it's like a trading quantity, trading goods, or raw materials or finished goods. These are all holding quantity. Okay, this is all about different material types. Like you have something called packing materials also will be there, packaging materials also will be there. So different kind of materials will be created in SAP business based on our needs. Let's go to the SAP now. So here we choose in retail. If any customer having any separate industry, beverage, for example Coca-Cola and Pepsi, different kind of coffee products, different kind of beverage will be created, and the pharmaceutical or pharma products will be created. So this is how we are going to choose industry sector, or else if required, consultants will be created a different kind of uh, you know industry sectors based on the customer need and business. So let's choose the Hava. So if it is internal number range, you need not choose anything. Let's press enter. Okay. So basic data 1 and basic data 2. This is belongs to your side, sourcing side, and you have something called classification. If you want, you can choose it. But these three tabs are very important for us. Sales tabs, and again, it is mixed integration. Uh, your foreign trade, export data. Let's choose the sales text and purchasing. So if you required, you can choose. We don't require this as of now. So purchase order text, MRP1 and MRP2. So MRP3, MRP4. Let's choose this one also. If it is warehouse management related product, you can choose this. That means WM integration is there in Metal Master, SD integration is there, integration is there, quality management means QM integration is there for certain products, accounting and costing means finance integration is there. So one material means these many modules integration is there. So being an SD consultant, we will try to do this. Suppose every time by default these tabs you need not select, you would like to choose on your own. Let's click on default settings so that by default these tabs will be available. Let me show you one more time. So if I click this, by default these will be there. Okay, I will just meditate default settings. Let's go to the organization levels. Okay, so you material is manufacturing. This material should be created in under which plant. Okay, we have created GSF1. Okay, one plant, and the storage location is, let's create sale. We already created this. 1 second, let's try to choose some storage location. Let me try to check. I forgot the storage location. Let's put it sale. It's not there. So let's go back to the configuration Excel sheets. Let's try to check if I mentioned somewhere. Hmm. Okay, I haven't mentioned here. Let's go back to the SAP and check. So enterprise structure definition, you can find certainly the storage locations which we have created. System become a bit slow. Okay. Let's come here, enterprise structure. So let's go to the definition. So maintain storage location. Let's go over here. Let's check any storage location whether we have created or not first. I think we have created. I have forgotten the code. So GS-F1. Let's go inside. So GS-01, I have created the code. Okay. Now let's try to create the material now. Let me share the screen. So let's press enter. By default, these will be there. In the similar way, organizational data also, you can able to choose that. So GS-01, your sales organization is GS-01 for domestic level. Distribution channel, we would like to sell to whom we are going to sell. As a wholesale material, if I would like to sell this. The similar way, if we would like to sell it for others, also that need to be get extended. Okay. So if you'd like to make these settings as a default, you can able to make it. So every time whenever you create it, it will ask, it will be there. So see, by default, some code it is got generated. This is our material. So let's put it the material name Chocobar 100 grams. So let's put it the base unit of measurement is. So let's put it gram. So material group is a group of materials like what you would like to do it. Any material group you can able to choose it. Like so yeah, all these are food products, oils or fats or consumables. Okay, solvents. These are the different material groups will be there. Okay, paper bags. Someone has created all these things like food cans. Okay, beverage cans. Someone has created all these materials from side. In the similar way for foods, frozen foods. That means you are keeping certain foods in ice. Like that, you just try to any dairy products. If it is dairy product, you can able to do it. Like that, you can able to choose your own material group. Okay. So let's try to check if something is related to this, or else we'll choose someone any one of the material groups, since it is asking it's a mandatory. Let's try to put it. I'm just checking. Let's put it as others. Let's press enter. So in basic data, so you have a base unit of measurement, means in this unit of measurement, you are going to maintain your stock actually. Okay. Old material is nothing but your legacy material. Suppose if you are already there in another software, you are just maintaining any other number as a reference number. So like assume that you are maintaining this one, you can able to do it. Some number you can able to maintain it. So this is basically division. So we already created certain divisions, right? So this is belong to GC division. So external material group, like from your legacy system in the sense non-SAP system, any system you created a new software, like if you have different material group, that also you can able to maintain. And lab and office. So there is something called product allocation. This is a different topic in side, like based on time period, how we'd like to control certain products. This is the one. Product hierarchy, like assume that this is a chocobar, like that you will have a different kind of chocolates are there, different varieties of chocolates are there in your hierarchy. Chocolates which falls under one product. In the similar way, you are manufacturing your beverages, you are manufacturing your biscuits, like that and based on your organization level, which division it is belongs to and which brand it is belongs to, based on your organizational product hierarchy will be created by your consultant. Okay, there is something called explant material status. So if you would like to block for all plants this material, you are going to choose. Or if you'd like to active, how you are going to control the status of this material. Okay, see this, all these are standard. In real time it will be created. In work in progress, if any material is absolute, not allowed for using, only blocked for purchasing, like that you can able to choose different things. So sometimes 01 will 01 will be active. It all depends. All these created by your material master. Okay, so valid from when this product is valid from. So you have basically gross weight. Let's put it, this is gross is 100 grams. Net weight actually it comes under 10 grams. For packing 10 grams it will be there. Gross weight and net weight. So something related to your material volume related, your volume and that particular volume you can able to maintain it. Size and dimension, specifically it is used for engineering products, like your sheets, iron sheets and all those stuff. And AN and UPC number. EAN means European article number. UPC means universal product code. When you would like to export or import, you are doing this code is very important. It will be registered with international organizations. So EAN category will be there. This is like if you are taking any box from one country to another company, and barcode will be there. So you have something called material grouping, packing materials. Okay. So if it is a packing material, you have to choose this. This is part of your packing. We're going to see later. Like some text will be there. Okay, if any metal master text, it's supposed to be copied at your purchase order or something like that. You have something called basic data too. Okay, we have something like dangerous goods profile or some other stuff. If you'd like to get maintained, you can able to maintain. All these are belongs to what I would say your related stuff. There is nothing to worry about that as of now. Let's go to the classification. This is something, if you'd like to maintain this material as a batch material, how you're supposed to choose this one. As of now, I'm not going to choose anything. So these three tabs are very, very important. SD, integration. So your base unit of measurement is gram. But I would say in my sales order, I would like to sell this one as a certain thing like pack or something like that, pack or box. or something like that. Let me choose. Let me choose the pack if it is available. So pack. So then I would say stock I'm maintaining in grams. It is maintaining in pack. One pack. How many grams are there? It's 1000 grams. Okay. One pack equal to 1000 grams. Let's do this. So whenever you create sales order, so sales unit, if it is varies, then you have to tick this. If you don't want to vary, then you just uncheck this one. Unit of measurement group. Okay, like apart from this product, you would like to maintain in carts, okay, and pallets. In logistics level, you can able to choose a unit of measurement group. So I told you like it will be blocked for all plants, but you would like to only block for certain distribution channels, only for sales. You have to choose this. Similarly, blocking or something like that. And this is at your sales area level. Okay. So again, when it should be active, that you are going to choose this. This fields certain times it is very important from material master side if you have integration with. So let's choose the delivering plant. What is our delivering plant? GSF1. Okay. So I told you right, sales organization distribution channel is having the plant. This is the configuration. If you don't have that configuration, you are not able to choose here. Okay. So whether this material is taxable or non-taxable, and which country it is taxable, which country it is not taxable, this all talks about that. Let's put it, it's taxable as of now. So these are the important fields for sales org 1. In the similar way, you have material statistics group. Like if you'd like to update your statistics in logistics, I mean LIS, logistics information system, will be there. Certain tables you would like to update it, you have to choose this one. And material pricing group, you will choose this group. Like you have a certain chocolate brands will be there, you will choose, you choose this one material pricing group, so that you can able to give the discounts or certain kind of pricing applicability conditions, either surcharges or also certain things. If you'd like to operate at price level, then you are going to choose this one. There is something called account assignment group. This is one of the key parameter for your account determination. Like if I would like to create my bill, then I would like to post my values to GL accounts. So like retailer, it will go to one GL account, base price, and my discounts will go to another GL account, and my taxes will go to another GL account for evaluation at finance side. So you have to choose account assignment group. This is one of the key integration between your SD and FI. Account assignment group is available in what I would say at a material level. See, is it a trading goods, then services or finished good, like that, you can able to differentiate this one. It depends on your customer requirement, how you are going to post values to your finance. Okay. Pricing reference material and product hierarchy, and these are the different fields will be there. And how we have customer group, like that, you have different material group attributes will be there. This you can able to use it as additional fields at your material master data level, depends on your need. And you have something called product attributes. Okay, let's press enter. So go to the next tab. So here these fields are already explained. So there is something called there is something called availability check. This is one of the key field which is very important. Okay, so why this is so important? So with this, whether stock is available or not, you can able to check it. So there is one concept called availability check in our transaction that I will explain you when the time comes, whether daily requirements or individual requirements. Individual requirements in the sense the sales order stock evaluating sales order wise. Daily requirements, at the end of the day, you would like to calculate whether stock is available for all sales orders or the total stock is not available or partial stock is available, or else is it a batch material? How would like to check? Different batches will be there in chemical industry. So like you don't want to do availability check anytime. The stock need to be confirmed. Based on this, it will. This is one of the parameter I will explain you when the scenario comes. So there is something called MD04. One transaction will be there. There your stock requirement will be copied. It is based on this field. If you don't choose this, it won't be copied at all. Okay. So let me try to explain what is daily requirement and individual requirement. Okay. If you maintain 0, 1, how it will work. If you maintain 0, 2, how it will work. Okay. So let's assume that you have a 3 sales orders. Okay. Let me try to go to the Excel. I'll just tell one example. Let's assume you have 3 sales orders. So first sales order is 101. Second sales order is, it is created after 2 days, 102, and another sales order if it is created 103. Okay. So actual stock is available is assume that some 150 is available in your inventory. Let's assume our plant only GSF1 plant 150 stock is available. First order it is got created with 20. Second order it is got created sales order another 20. Third order it is created with another 10. Total how much? 20, 20, 50. So 100 minus 150 minus your 50. So total is 150 minus 50 means 100. So if you choose 0, 1 daily requirement in availability check, at the end of the day it will check like this. Okay. So in MD04 it's accumulate. That means it is a total the value for particular date and is calculated. Okay. But if you go for 0, 2 individual requirements, what it will do? So it will show like this based on sales order number. It is summarized like it is like 150 minus 50 it is showing. So if you choose 0, 2 what it will happen, it will say like this 100 sales order 20 updated in MD04. MD04 is transaction. I will show you. This is for 20 103. It will update it as a 10. Like this it will sales order wise it will update. That's why we'll call it as individual requirement. So we'll see when availability check concept comes how it works. As of now just keep a hold. This is just a brief. So whether this material is as of now I'm just keeping it one as 0, 1. Okay, that's fine. I'm just keeping this one, or else I can keep don't check availability check. So batch management, if your material is relevant to batch, then you have to take this one. I'm not going to create batch relevant material now. And it will have, if it is batch material, it will have expiry date, and it will track whether it is a defective goods or not, who is responsible for this batch and all the stuff. Okay. There is something called parameter transportation group, which is actually useful to decide about what I would say route in sales document, in which route you are sending the goods. Actually there is something called loading group, which is actually useful to determine shipping point determination. Okay. So your shipping point will be determined based on like your shipping conditions and loading group and plant. So let's put it something, because since it is a mandatory field I will explain you maybe tomorrow how the shipping point determination works. Let's press enter. As of now these are the important fields. If you'd like to display certain sales text through Material Master in sales order, you just mention, okay, it's premium product, okay, like certain information. So there is something called purchasing group at a Material Master side. Purchasing group is in the sense like, the personnel, the people who is responsible for purchasing activities in your organization to buy this material from vendor, or also some purchase related activities will be taken care by your purchase group. It is an optional element in purchase order. And there is something called ordering unit. So purchase side, if your ordering unit is different, that you can able to choose here. So you would like to control this plant specific material status for this particular plant. This material should be blocked. Then you have to choose this one. It's not based on distribution chain. It's not for total plants. It's not based on your total sales area or something like that. Okay. Tax indicator from material. Either your tax indicator will be copied from your vendor or Material Master. For your purchasing side, you can able to choose this. I'm just giving this information to try to understand. This is the tab you don't require to understand, but still I'm giving information. Okay. So this is the thing about certain fields in Material Master. Let's try to choose next field. Like, if you would like to generate automatic PO, this is one of the parameter. So like purchase order, automatically it's supposed to be created. Then you have to tick this one in certain transactional process. We're going to see we have a couple of processes like individual purchase order and third party sales. I will explain that time. But automatic, it, as I explained you in say while creating sales organization definition, you have ALU settings will be there through IDOCS. So such cases you have to choose automatic PO here and Material Master, and in your vendor master, in what I would say in your item category, and all these three places it should be ticked actually. Okay. So purchase value key will be there. So don't get into this. All these are related stuff. This is sufficient to understand. Let's go to the next important tab. So this material is for purchase in Europe, like that, some text I'm maintaining. So this is again for purchase order, like how we have sales order text. So let's come to the MRP one. Okay. So MRP group, basically this is one of the parameter to determine your what I would say determine the requirement type into sales document. First you have a doubt like what is the requirement type. We'll just keep it aside and we'll discuss on topic called availability check. There we are going to discuss. So this is purchase group, and purchase group, as I already explained, this I explained. So there is something called MRP type. MRP type means you would like to plan your stock for manufacturing or not. Okay, if you would like to do that deterministic MRP, like this is like in a time phase, and different kind of MRP procedures will be there. Based on that, we are going to choose this one. As of now, let's put it PD. So certainly it will ask for MRP controller. Let's click on S. So continue without specifying project to define our MRP controller. So he is responsible for basically for your MRP run. So if you run MRP, then you will come to know what is your stock status, whether it should be manufactured or not. Okay. So what is the lot size it's supposed to be chosen? So let's click this. Let's go to the configuration. Basically, since it is a mandatory field, you should have to configure this one. Let's follow the steps. What I'm going to do after certain time, you will have some idea about this, why we are doing this in practice session. So let's try to copy. So you choose any standard plant. Let's try to choose this 1000. From this you have something called GS01. Let's put this, sorry, GSF1 is our plant. Let's copy this. This is the customization. Okay. Now let's go to the maintain. GSF1. Let's click on maintain. So it is asking MRP controller, right? You click on this. So you click on MRP controller. So let's go to the new entries now. Okay. What is our plant? GSF1. Give any name, the person who is responsible for it. Let's try to choose any existing one. Let's choose this. Let's put it from some name. Okay, this is basically the person who is responsible for MRP run. Without this you cannot able to do this. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back completely. Go back again. Go back. Go back and cancel this. So now see, we're going to choose this like this. With path also you can able to go like this. It is asking for lot size. We choose any one. Maybe FX I am choosing, fixed order quantity, enter valid lot size, weekly lot size. Okay, something is, so there is something called special procurement key. If you would like to determine with a special procurement plan, it is related stuff. So this is a planned delivery time. Okay, so it is approximate time taken to deliver the goods from your vendor location to manufacturing plant. Okay, let's put it 1 day. So in the similar way, there is something called in-house production also will be there. How much time it will be taken to do the in-house production? Okay, how much time taken to the manufacturing the goods, in-house production? So these are the different lead times for manufacturing the goods and the planned delivery time. So from vendor location to manufacturing plant location, and there is something called safety stock, like for future point of view. So purchasing side and MRP side, they will maintain some safety stock. If all stocks got consumed, if any emergency customer is there, you cannot able to arrange it, right? So what is the minimum stock you supposed to maintain, that you have to mention here. Okay, that's it. This is all about this tab. Let's go to the next tab. Anything I have forgotten? If it is bulk material, then we have to choose this one. I think all these are sufficient for MRP2. Let's go to the MRP3 schedule margin key. This is one thing. Okay, let's choose this. Let's press enter. So there is something called strategy group. Okay, so strategy group, like how your stock will be checked. The strategy group will discuss about, like whether you are going to manufacture the stock at your plant, or else you're manufacturing the stock it as a regular stock, or any with some special features, like someone you're manufacturing Apple mobiles. it has a certain features, but Pakistan specifically asked, you got an order for an Apple company. They're asking, I just want all mobiles panel and all mobile outside exterior should be in green color. So that is requirement. So that is something called make to order. Based on customer requirement, they will do it. So basically your strategy group, all these things will talks about, like, whether it is make to order or make to stock. Okay. So if it is make to order, okay, so then you have to choose either blank or 10 strategy group. Just for reference, I'm telling. Yeah. So if you go to the strategy group, different, all these are related to your manufacturing and your sourcing. So I'm just giving an information, either 10 or blank, you have to choose it. And if it is, sorry, if it is make to stock, then you have to choose this one. If it is make to order, then you have to choose the 20. So I told you something like requirement type, which we are going to see in future. So how it will be determined in sales order? It's in 3 order. One is strategy group and MRP group, and a MRP type plus item category. Okay. So you need not remember this. You need not by heart this. I will explain you. So you to determine a requirement type in sales document type, one is strategy group, MRP group, MRP type plus item category. This is related. No worry about this. Let's put it this. As of now, there is nothing to worry. There is something called total replenishment time. It is a time taken to manufacture the goods and finally taking the goods into storage location. If you take into storage location, then that is replenishment time. If it is taking the stock from a vendor to manufacturing location, that is planned. Okay, what is that? Planned delivery time. This is the basic difference. Sometimes in interviews ask, once we become a senior, there is nothing to worry. Let's put it this one way. Okay, so all these are stuff. So there is something called other tabs will be there. General plant storage tab. This is specifically used for STO purpose. If you don't extend, you cannot able to do this. It is one of the parameter to determine storage location in delivery document. Okay. So storage condition. This is specifically here. It is available. If you see, let's come here. This is something called storage conditions. This is one of the parameter. Okay. I will tell you how we are going to determine automatically what I would say automatically storage location and delivery. That time again I come back and I will try to explain this. As of now, you just try to understand this. If you remember or if you don't remember also, no issues. And let's go to the our favorite view, integration with finance accounting. So here two things will be there. Okay, one thing is that how you are going to control. So this is basically V for moving average price, and this is standard price. Standard price generally used for your what do you call your fixed products. Okay, let's keep it aside. This is basically the cost of the product used for your manufacturing. Let's put it this one. Let's put the standard price is for, like, let's put it it's a 100, the cost incurred for this 100. Okay, so this is the basic difference. So there is something called valuation class. This is very important. If you choose the trading goods, automatically it will come like this. If it is finished product, if you choose the material type, it will be like a 7920. It will come automatically. Okay, there are different tables will be there. Let's try to save this. Finish should come, then we have to recreate the material again. Let's try to save this to the database. Okay, as of now, no issues came. Our material is got created. Let me try to save somewhere. Otherwise, it is very difficult to remember this number. It is basically actually 8-digit code. So like this 18 digits, big number, you can able to create it, or else in a short, it depends based on your customer. Let's go to the this one. Let's try to save the material. Okay, like this you can able to create n number of materials. So let me try to create a sales order. What and all the errors we are getting now till now. Let me choose our customer, this one. I'm choosing the same. Let me copy the material. Certainly we'll get an errors, no worries. We'll try to resolve this. Factory calendar is missing, or error in factory calendar. Okay. Some issue is there with this factory calendar. Let's try to resolve this in next session about this one. Okay. Let's click on this. Just came as like a warning message. See, now you don't have price and everything, right? If I'm trying to save this, how the system behaves, let's see this. So there are some incomplete data. Certain data is not filled. That we are going to see tomorrow. What is the shipping point or receiving point determination? What is Incoterms? What is terms of payment? Let's go and try to fill this data. So let's assume our Incoterm is this one. We have chosen this CAF. What do you call Germany? Right, redetermine. Let's go back and try to check any other incomplete log is there to save this order, to save this sales order. Let's go Incoterm. The same thing. It's at header level so that it will be copied. In terms of payment, someone it made it as a mandatory. Let's put this one. But you cannot see now two incomplete logs went, but shipping and receiving point determination it is not went. In tomorrow's session, what is shipping point? What is receiving point? Why this incomplete log is coming, that we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay. This is how you have to determine your material in sales order. Let's see, some errors are there that we are trying to resolve in tomorrow's session.